-2 or 3, but camera problems.
Early one morning, a scared young man dialed 911, claiming he saw something out of a sci-fi story. He reported seeing strange, very tall creatures with large eyes in his backyard, which he managed to capture on video.
There's like an 8-foot person beside it, and another one's inside it, and it has big eyes and it's looking at us, and it's still there.
Okay, where is this on your property?
In my backyard. I swear to God, this is not a joke. This is actually we terrified of it.
So there's 2 people or 2 subjects that are in your backyard?
Correct, and they're very large. They're like 8 foot, 9 feet, 10 foot. I don't know. They look like aliens to us. Big eyes. They have big eyes, like I can't explain it. And big mouth. They're shiny eyes, and they're not human. They're 100% they're not human.
Okay.
Despite sounding unbelievable at first, this story received serious attention from the police. Yes, the police. It's not one of those TikTok cases fabricating paranormal occurrences. This is a genuine case involving law enforcement and even a judge who threatened the entire family with imprisonment if they fabricated the story. Nevertheless, they stood by their account. The case gained significant attention, largely due to recorded videos. It was a police officer's body camera that captured the precise moment when a bright green light descended and hit the ground. Upon arriving at the scene, speaking with neighbors, and inspecting the area, they found nothing. Consequently, without further investigation, the case was closed. However, a few days later, the eldest son of the family began uploading video evidence to TikTok of the moment they heard the noises and went to investigate with weapons. From this video, other internet users noticed strange occurrences. Do you believe this resembles a human face? It's a greenish, emotionless face that deeply affected the entire group. This marked the beginning of a series of peculiar occurrences captured in this footage. The video sparked widespread hysteria to uncover more phenomena. Some online users noticed details in these images that instilled fear in the community, echoing what one of these users claimed to have discovered.
Okay, so this is a very slowed down screen recording I took, and I know everybody is trying to find the aliens in front of these guys, but I noticed something insane, and I want everybody, my 2 friends who will watch this, to take a look down, pay attention to 2 areas. We're gonna look down here on the bottom right behind their fence and right up there, but we're gonna first start down here because I found something crazy. Okay, so I want you to pay attention to what I believe is the creepiest part of this video. And I'm going to point out 2 things you need to pay attention to right here, which is the head. And if you look really close, there's actually a shiny black eye. And what you will see in about a minute is a hand. That, I believe, is some creature, non-human, crouching down. And that was its eye I just pointed at. And I want you to pay attention to what appear to be fingers running up the fence, as if it's kneeling down or something and peering out. And then there you go. See, I believe is some creature, non-human, crouching down, and that was its eye I just pointed at. And I want you to pay attention to what appear to be fingers running up the fence, as if it's kneeling down or something and peering out. And then there you go, see the fingers. And I think I go back and forth a couple times here, but it looks to me like there's a little other or a big creature looking through the fence on the bottom there, crouched down. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but you tell me. And then there's his fingers going right up and down, up and down. Just looks like almost a human hand crawling up the fence. And at the very beginning, you see an eye. And I think right here, I show you the fingers. This is my really poor attempt at drawing over the fingers, but you get it. So what's really interesting about this is it is happening next to them and kind of in front of them, but behind a fence. Yeah, the fingers are really crazy. So I think I'm going to show it one more time, and then I zoom out, and I'll show you what even made me realize this was here. So, Okay, so see how many different times I was looking. So what I noticed was if you look at the top right, look at the top right now, there's actually a shadow figure. It almost looks like it's a dense, shadowy figure comes into frame. If you're looking right, at the 3 fence posts, if you're looking at the top right of them, you're actually going to see something that looks like a shadow figure that has density, and it's only there for about a minute. And when it walks in the frame, I think I'm just going to highlight it right here. I was doing the best I could on my phone. I noticed there was movement below it, so I don't know if maybe whatever creature was projecting a shadow up above it or something. But see, there's the eye and the hands, but it also looks like there's another aspect to it, which is that shadow that you can clearly see walking. I know everybody's looking for the alien in front of them, but there's one hiding next to them.
Just centimeters away from them, a peculiar presence appears to lurk just behind the fence. A figure with a large skull and unusual hands that move swiftly as the subjects enter the patio. Can you spot it? Some initially speculated it might be the boys' shadows, but that theory was swiftly debunked when their shadows were observed in a different direction. Another inexplicable discovery made by them was the strange shadow visible at the top. Some suggest it's the shadow of the same creature, while others describe a being with entirely different features, as if from a different race, attempting to conceal itself in the area. Having a paranormal story that isn't immediately taken seriously is one thing, but having proof of it, a recorded emergency call, involvement of law enforcement, and above all, this startling evidence has left no viewer of these images indifferent. Indeed, they appear to be beings of varying shapes and heights. This news has made a significant impact, not only due to the beings captured on camera, but also the reaction of the individuals who quickly retreat, affirming the authenticity of the incident. Moreover, within days, the young man who placed the call uploads another recording of the location, this time during the day, revealing inexplicable marks on the ground. Despite what's been shown so far, there hasn't been any clear follow-up on this case, leaving it shrouded in mystery, a mystery that, for some reason, remains unexplored. This is something that deserves more attention because sometimes we witness things that are hard to believe. A similar disbelief was experienced by a mountain climber from Mexico who shared a disturbing photo from his mountain trip. During a podcast, Jesus Olivares talked about the image and its backstory, which is quite unsettling. In 2009, Olivares and some friends went to Pico de Orizaba, one of Mexico's tallest mountains. Its height is so extreme that climbers usually need oxygen to reach the top. Many believe it's too harsh for anyone to live there, which is why it's thought to be deserted. However, climbers often report seeing human figures or strange shadows, leading some to speculate these could be the spirits of those who died trying to climb the mountain. Olivares himself saw things he couldn't explain, suggesting it might have been more than just hallucinations caused by altitude sickness. To support his claim, he shared a photo. He recalled seeing shadows and hearing voices with his friends as they climbed. These experiences stopped and started, but at one point, they paused to take pictures. Among these, one photo stood out, especially after Olivares posted it online and received a comment asking about a kid in the background. Looking closer, Olivares was shocked to see what looked like a child's face, though they were all adults, and it made no sense for a child to be there alone. He considered the possibility of a paranormal explanation, a theory supported by many who've seen the photo. The unsettling doesn't stop at ghostly figures on mountains. Imagine the horror of experiencing something terrifying as you're about to pass away, like this man in hospice care who witnessed a woman acting bizarrely by his bedside, laughing and screaming in a way that suggested possession. And the creepiness can hit even closer to home, like the mother who, while home alone with her baby, caught something alarming on camera. After hearing noises and having her backdoor motion detector triggered, she faced the reality that they were not alone. Suddenly, a child's laugh is heard inside the house, which is weird because the baby was already looking towards where the sound came from. At first, the mom thought she imagined it and tried to ignore it, but then she heard the sound of footsteps running. That's when she started to think there might be someone or something in her house. She decided to leave quickly after the motion sensor went off. There's supposed to be no other kid in the house, yet they heard a child laughing inside. The mom checked the whole house, thinking maybe a kid had sneaked in, but found no one. It's unclear if what was on camera was a ghost, but for now, it's a mystery who or what was inside the house. Similarly, a family in Mexico has been dealing with weird stuff happening in their home, like hearing knocks on the door with no one there and seeing objects move by themselves. They think something spooky is going on, especially since these things started happening after they heard a random knock one day. Now, they often wake up to weird sounds and other scary things that don't stop. They've even started recording these events. After being disturbed by noises again, one of the family members recorded and caught something strange.
Son las... no sé si se alcanza a ver, las 3 de la mañana con 1 minuto, y mi hermana me acaba de levantar porque dice que se escuchan ruidos en el cuarto. Mi esposo y mi niña están dormidos y vamos a ir a ver qué se escucha en el cuarto. No hay nadie, solamente estamos mi hermana, mi hija, mi esposo y yo. Aquí en este cuarto está solo porque en estos últimos días nadie ha podido dormir aquí. Como podrán ver, el cuarto está totalmente solo y pues nadie duerme aquí, solo estamos nosotros. Mi hermana dice que se escuchan cosas, pero ay, me asusté, pero no sé, pues no se oye nada, no sabe. ¡Ah! Amor, amor, levántate, levántate porque allá le pegaron a la puerta, no sé qué pasó. Vinimos Sara y yo. Se escuchó la puerta, se escuchó la puerta. Mira, acabamos de venir y no estaba así. Todos los cajones están abiertos. Oh, Dios.
Suddenly, the bedroom cabinets are wide open, giving the impression that the room had been rummaged through before whoever or whatever did it vanished. However, the family is certain it wasn't a human responsible for this, but rather something supernatural. They proceeded to search the room in bewilderment, checking for any other unusual occurrences, when unexpectedly, this happens.
La niña está dormida. Estamos solos. No sabemos qué fue lo que pudo haber pasado. Mi esposo anda viendo. ¿Qué fue eso? ¿Qué es, amor?
Pues se movió la puerta, no sé qué va a caer aquí, nada. A ver, espérate.
No hay nada. No hay nada en el baño.
What could have possibly caused the noise in the bathroom? As with many occurrences, the family finds themselves unable to provide an explanation. Surprisingly, after that incident, the strange happenings ceased. It appeared that the family was no longer encountering anything unusual. However, one night, they were startled awake by shuffling noises emanating from the same bedroom where the cabinets had been opened. They promptly began recording when the following event unfolded.
Estamos otra vez aquí. Son las... ¿dónde está el teléfono? No sé ni qué horas son, pero se están escuchando ruidos. Y estamos solas. Mi esposo anda trabajando. Mis hermanas están dormidas. Saraí, despiértate. Acompáñenme a ver allá adentro. Se están escuchando ruidos otra vez. Voy a despertar a Ani. Mi amor, levántense por favor para que que me acompañen a ver allá adentro. Se están escuchando ruidos. Vamos, agarra por favor a la niña. Dios mío, estamos solas. No sé si alcanzan a escuchar. Se escucha el perro. ¿Qué horas son, hija? Son las 3:33 de la mañana. Ay, Dios.
Dicen que esta hora es muy buena para que te parezcan las cosas, ¿eh?
Estamos solas, mi esposo le tocó trabajar hoy. Estamos nosotras solas. Tenemos mucho... No, abrázame. Tenemos mucho miedo. Hace como 15 días que se empezó... ¿Qué escucharon estos ruidos? No sé si es imposible. Ay. No sé si es imposible dormir. Cuando estamos solas. Ay, no, no puede ser. No puede ser, no puede ser. Cada vez se nos hace más difícil dormir. Ay, Dios. Ay, Dios. Ay, no. Shh, shh, shh. Ay, Dios mío. Ay, no sé si alcanzaron a ver, pero se movió la cortina. Acompáñenme, por favor, a ver si no es alguien. Ay, no, que puede ser, no puede ser, no puede ser. ¿Hay alguien? Ay, Dios mío, no quiero salir.
Somehow, the curtain started moving by itself. People might say it was just a slight wind causing it, but that doesn't clear up the weird banging sound or why the dogs wouldn't stop barking. It's possible someone was playing a trick on them, but considering what's happened before, the family doubts it. So, what's really happening in their house? But it's not just homes that experience these eerie events, they can happen in cars too. A story shared by the Dark Dimension talks about a woman named Jocelyn Leo who sent in a creepy photo. She was on her way to a wedding, stopped at a grocery store near a dangerous crossing known for fatal accidents, and took a picture to post on Facebook, thinking she was alone. Later, one of her Facebook friends noticed what looked like someone sitting next to her in the car. When she brightened the photo, a creepy figure appeared in the back seat. Could it be a ghost from a past car crash? Soon after, a video from what seems to be her daughter showed up online. In it, a young girl captures another mysterious figure in the back seat while filming for her friends. There is also a viral video from a church where, amid rumors about priests and kids, a priest's service is interrupted by a scream.
Señor esté con ustedes.
Some think it's a demon or a trapped spirit. The scream, clearly saying "help me" in Spanish, left everyone, including the altar boy, looking scared and confused. Was it a call for help or something supernatural? The truth remains unknown, but it's frightening either way. Exploring an abandoned church can be even scarier. In one video, a guy looking for his friend inside a church sees a ghostly woman in the pews. He panics and runs, leaving his friend behind. The figure seemed to turn its head towards him, which might mean it wasn't just a prop. Could it be a real ghost? And about experiencing hauntings at home, Julia's story adds to the chill. Her family's new home has been noisy at night, with alarms going off for no reason. They set up cameras to find out why, and caught something very scary in their living room. The man was supposed to be by himself that evening, so it's puzzling to see a partly see-through figure climbing the stairs in the video. Could it be a spirit lingering from past? When it comes to being scared of dolls, even though some might dismiss it as silly, a lot of grown-ups are actually really afraid of them. This video could make even those who doubt feel unsure about what dolls are really all about. While filming a room full of dolls, Sherry captures one doll moving its arm by itself. Even Sherry, who's recording, is shocked by what she sees. This spooky video, posted by Sherry 8 years ago, has freaked out a lot of people, with many thinking the doll is haunted. But what's your take? Was it just the lighting, a broken toy, or is there something more eerie going on? Now, if you know the creepy movie The Conjuring, you might be surprised to hear it's based on a real story. The scary Annabelle doll from the film is actually real, but in real life, she's a Raggedy Ann doll, not the porcelain one from the movie. A student nurse got her as a gift from her mom. Soon, weird things started happening, like the doll moving on its own and leaving strange notes. Things got scarier when they found the doll with what looked like blood on its hands, and a friend got hurt after making fun of it. They called in ghost experts Ed and Lorraine Warren, who said a bad spirit was messing with the doll, not a ghost kid. To keep the evil away, the Warrens locked Annabelle in a glass case with a cross on it in their museum. She stayed there, drawing in people curious about her story, but moving her anywhere is a big deal that has to be done very carefully.
I'm gonna open up the case. You're gonna quickly, Dan. I mean quick. Grab it and put it in. And just close it up fast. Close it up quick. That's good, Dan. That's good. That's all right. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death. Amen. Dan, let me see your hands again. Okay. And now she's transferred. One more time. Okay. Now she's transferred over, and we're going to keep her in there temporarily.
The priest quickly opens the case and moves Annabelle to a new, blessed box. They seal the cases fast, bless themselves, showing how scared they are of her. The priest even uses holy water on himself after touching the doll. This makes you wonder if Annabelle really is that dangerous, or if it's just old fears at work. It's definitely odd. Now, believe it or not, there's a place in Mexico known for being full of witchcraft. It's a huge draw for tourists, and even the real witchcraft folks are surprised. Every March, they have this big event called the International Congress of Witches. They start it with a dark ceremony at the entrance to a cave they say the devil visits. They light a big six-pointed star, get lots of photos, and even politicians come to get lucky charms for their elections. People show up wanting to feel better spiritually. At one of these events, a video shows kids jumping into a river, having fun on a hot summer day while someone films their jumps. But they don't notice a witch nearby. When they watch the video later, they see figures flying in a line in the background, 3 of them on broomsticks, maybe heading to a witch's place. With Mexico's deep history with magic, the video seems pretty believable. Some folks really get into spooky stuff, and there are those who go out of their way to visit haunted places. But this one guy, Omega, who makes videos for YouTube, might have taken on more than he expected. He went on a camping trip by himself, aiming to explore New Zealand's most ancient deserted train tunnel. Built back in 1893, the tunnel was supposed to link different places together, but ended up being abandoned because of money problems. It was all but forgotten by the 1950s, even though it had so much promise. Recently, though, it's gotten a bit of attention again, since it's now part of a bike trail. Omega, with just his camera and his dog Max for company, decided to dive into the secrets of this long-left tunnel. What follows is their spooky adventure.
Let's go back in. Here it is. Woo! Max! Oh, my gosh damn tripod. I hear some sort of tune out of it. Max, come here. Come here. Oh, shit. Oh. Max. Who's that? Who's that, Max? What the actual? Can you guys hear that? Oh. Max, where is it? I don't know if you guys can hear this on the camera, but there's something. What is that? What the? Hello? What is that? Max, what is that? Hello? Is there somebody here? That's just creepy as... What the hell? Is anyone here? What is that? Oh! Max! Hurry up! Max! Max! Get me out!
Inside the tunnel, Omega and Max are drawn to a mysterious melody. They find a child's toy playing Happy Birthday, all alone, which is super weird. Omega tries to see if anyone's there, but gets no answer. Then, shining his light around, he spots a creepy figure just standing in one of the side tunnels, watching them. Freaked out, Omega and Max run away fast. His video left viewers scratching their heads, wondering what that figure was and what it wanted. Then there's Mark, who wanted to start a YouTube channel about spooky stuff. He went to a cemetery to try and capture something ghostly, with a deep, spooky voice. But he didn't like the result and walked away, only to record two eerie sights: a tall woman ghost and a weird shadow by a tree. Right after leaving the cemetery, Mark filmed something else that was off. He shared a short clip asking viewers if they saw the weird part too. It seems to hide behind the bench and then looks right at the camera, but it doesn't look like it's with the people sitting there. What's your take? Could Mark have run into something paranormal? Speaking of paranormal, you've probably heard that pets like dogs and cats might see things we can't, including ghosts. If your dog suddenly darts outside and stares at nothing, you might worry it's seeing a ghost. They can act scared or really excited for no clear reason. In one story, a dog named Domino rushed to the yard and focused on something moving towards the woods. At first glance, you might miss it, but if you look closely, there's a big shadowy figure or shadow heading to the forest, and it even spooked the dog. The owner first thought Domino was barking at animals like rabbits, but after looking at the video, he was really freaked out. He even made a follow-up video in the daylight to show where it happened. Since then, he hasn't seen the figure again, and isn't sure if it was a person or something ghostly. While that figure never appeared again. For Alex, experiencing such things became a regular occurrence. She was often woken up early in the morning by strange sounds but never could film them in time. Wanting to record these sounds, she pretended to be asleep one night, hoping to catch them on camera, but she ended up recording much more than just noises.
Facundo, levántate, por favor. Levántate.
In the middle of the night, Alex is awakened by the sensation of her sheets moving near her feet. Suddenly, a chilling noise grabs her attention, causing her to look towards the door. Eerily, a figure with long dark hair briefly emerges inside, before quickly disappearing out of sight. In the subsequent clip, recorded at 4 a.m., Alex is disturbed by her dog's persistent and agitated barking. Driven by curiosity, she captures this unsettling footage. As Alex steps outside, everything initially seems normal. However, upon adjusting the brightness of the video, a shadowy figure standing motionless becomes visible. As the darkness surrounds her, Alex notices the figure and quickly retreats. In the next video, Alex is just chilling in her bedroom when she starts hearing weird sounds coming from downstairs. She picks up her phone and slowly goes down to check it out.
Hola, gente. Otra vez el ruido ese. Poco estoy haciéndome compañía hoy, pero ya estoy sola. Todavía se escucha un ruido de abajo. Y la verdad que no sé. Ay, la concha, olor a algo ahí. Sora. Sora, subí. Ay, no, Dios santo. Nera.
As she films from the top of the stairs, the camera suddenly gets blurry, and then a pair of hands creepily appears, moving in a strange way. Alex quickly runs down to the bottom of the stairs to look, but finds nobody there. This has definitely left people feeling uneasy, and many believe it could be genuine. What do you think? Could this be something supernatural, or is there a more mundane explanation? The mystery continues, much like this other video Aaron Tipsy shared, saying it came from a friend. In this video, you can see Aaron's friend asleep in their room when something really scary is caught on camera, happening around midnight. What better way to make sure you don't sleep tonight than by watching something like this? Aaron mentioned his friend doesn't remember doing anything like this while asleep. Awake or not, the video's content is still super creepy. Whether it's real or not, this video is definitely the kind that gives you nightmares. Just like this video, where a guy was freaked out by weird sounds coming from his bedroom when he was home alone. Thinking it might be a burglar, he bravely went to check it out with his phone camera, thinking he might need to show it to the police. But what he filmed turned out to be something you can't just explain away in a police report. As soon as the lights come on in the video, there's something or someone that doesn't quite seem human. So, the big question is, what or who could that be? People who have seen this video think that the man's house is haunted by what's known as a shadow figure. Now, picture spotting a shadow figure while you're looking at a waterfall. That's exactly what happens in the next video. The person filming is just enjoying the view of the river, and everything seems fine until something catches their eye in the distance. When they zoom in, it's clear that whatever they caught on tape definitely changed how they felt at that moment. There's not a lot of background given about this video, but the footage alone is quite telling.
Domingo, curtindo uma cachoeira em Leeds, Rio de Janeiro. Reparem no visual, na mata. Agora o melhor de tudo é essa queda d'água. Muita água, muita força. Uhul! E caraca, uma coisa ali. Caraca, apareceu um cara ali no meio da água. Mozinho, mozinho, você viu o cara no meio da água? Caraca! Ali, mozinho.
Not too far from the camera, someone or something seems to be swimming in the rough waters of the river. After being hit by wave after wave, the figure suddenly disappears, as if the waves have erased this shadowy shape. But then, just for a moment, it reappears before being swept away again by the water. Even though we can't make out what the person filming is saying, their voice clearly shows they're shocked by the eerie sight. It's still a mystery who or what this was, and I'll let you decide if it seems like something supernatural. With not much information available about this clip, it's probable we'll never really get an answer. Moving on, Ronald McDonald is known worldwide as the cheerful clown mascot of the famous fast food chain, a character many are eager to snap a picture with. Yet, in one Asian country, there's a particular Ronald McDonald statue that, instead of bringing happiness, sparks curiosity and even a bit of fear. This Ronald statue has an odd vibe that keeps people at bay. Despite the local myths and people's wariness, a group decided to film a prank video with it. Let's find out what unfolded. What would you do if you were in that situation? Honestly, the video seems too well made to be true, but it's been shared a lot on TikTok, and the comments claim it really scared people. Luis Rojas Gonzalez shared that their outdoor security camera in Lima, Peru, began recording late at night due to motion detected from the nearby street. What's odd is that the camera continued to record for almost an hour because an unexplainable object seemed to be continuously setting off the security system. The man asserts that he doesn't think this is an insect on the lens. They have captured insects in the past, and they appeared noticeably different. So, the man was genuinely concerned that this could have been a paranormal incident. Additionally, the object appears to cast a shadow on the street at times, further reducing the likelihood of it being just a fly. Ultimately, we can only speculate about what occurred that night. It's indeed quite intriguing. This video comes from the early 2000s, filmed by a young man who claims he moved into an apartment complex that was definitely haunted. He heard weird noises at night and noticed that some of his moving boxes stored in the attic right above his bedroom were being moved around. On top of that, he would sometimes hear a woman's cries, which scared him to the point where he couldn't sleep without a nightlight anymore. He placed his camcorder in the attic for a while, hoping to capture what was going on. Of course, several items were being thrown to the ground. After a while, he went back upstairs to retrieve his camera, but then something appeared to close the attic door right behind him. After witnessing something terrifying at the end of the attic, he managed to force the stairs back open and made a quick escape. It seems he captured this creepy-looking face once again. The man believes the footage shows the ghost that might be haunting his apartment complex. He thinks maybe rituals performed there in the past are causing these eerie occurrences and giving him the fright of his life. It's definitely a spooky experience. Similarly, a man in London caught something just as unsettling. He said, "I got an alert from my doorbell camera, and this is what it showed. It looks like a shadowy figure peeking around the corner of my house and then walking past the neighbor's car into the street. My house is right across from a cemetery. It's an old Victorian terrace house in London, UK. I've just bought it and I'm in the middle of fixing it up. Seeing this really scared me." People say it seems like this figure has human-like features, but still resembles a ghost. The way it moves quickly is also quite strange. The man never figured out whether this was actually something supernatural or just a person trying to scare him. What do you think? Many people head to the countryside to get away from the noise and chaos of the city, looking for peace. However, this quiet can become creepy, especially when you realize help is far away if something goes wrong. In October 2006, a YouTube user named Paul Sparrow ventured into the spooky forest near his house, hoping to film a ghost that was said to haunt the area. He only had a night vision camera with him. The video he captured turned out to be really bizarre.
Where's it gone? There was something there. Sure I saw something. Where is it? It was around here somewhere. It was here somewhere, but it's gone. Oh, I don't know where it is.
Did you see it? A ghostly figure moves right in front of the camera. Paul notices it, but when he looks around, there's no one there. Even though the video was uploaded more than 16 years ago, it still gives viewers the creeps. Many believe Paul actually caught a ghost on camera. Paul even calls it a spooky woodland ghost. But what do you think? Is it a genuine sighting of a ghost? Or could it just be the light playing tricks? To keep their loved ones safe, lots of people use hidden surveillance cameras in their homes for extra peace of mind. But sometimes, these cameras catch something unexpected, revealing an eerie presence that was supposed to stay unseen. A video posted on the Ghost subreddit by DJ Miggs, one shows his nieces having fun, but then something unforeseen happens. Initially, the scene appears completely ordinary, but suddenly, a mysterious white object flashes by. This moment left Reddit users amazed, with many thinking it's a ghost. The person who posted the video described it as a spirit running past his niece. What's your take? Is it a ghost caught on film, or could it be something else? The video came from a spooky post in the paranormal section of Reddit. A user going by Navy Friend mentioned that one of their family members noticed a weird ghost-like figure on their home security camera late one night. They've always thought their house was haunted because they would hear loud noises at night and discover that many things in the kitchen had been moved by morning. The family thinks this ghost is behind all the strange happenings. The figure captured looks like someone wearing an odd headpiece, but that's about all that can be made out. The rest of its shape is too bright to see clearly because of the lighting on the floor. The true cause of these eerie events is still unknown. A TikTok user named Elotus Omar posted a video taken by a security camera that shows something quite alarming. In the video, a woman appears to be running away in panic from something we can't see. Shortly after, on the right side of the frame, a dark and mysterious figure of what seems to be a creature crosses the road.
Ahí va. Ahí se desaparece. Ay, puta.
Hijo de su puta madre, no lo grabó.
Ahí se desaparece.
¿Y eso?
This footage has sparked curiosity about what this being might be. Is it a real-life mysterious creature caught on tape? Or is it something even more unsettling? In a video posted by TikTok user Beastly Pumpkin, a man starts recording because he feels like something odd is in his house. His dog is downstairs, barking as if it sees something, and the man films from upstairs into the living room. While moving the camera around, he gets really scared when he spots a weird, pale figure peeking at him from the doorway of his bedroom. He seems truly frightened. Initially, it might seem like it was just a piece of furniture in the room, but when he checks the doorway again, the figure has disappeared. What was that? Slowing down the video and zooming in makes it look like a pale face peeking from around the corner. What's your take on this? Could it be something supernatural like a ghost? Or a demonic entity? Or is there a simpler explanation? This video became a big deal on TikTok, getting shared and discussed by lots of people. It shows a man checking out a weird banging noise coming from his kitchen. When he gets closer, he sees what looks like small, childlike hands hitting and slapping the glass of his sliding door. But when he goes to look, there are only the pale hands, no one attached to them.
Stop!
Turning off the outside lights, the banging keeps going, but the hands vanish. Opening the door makes the noise stop. His dog even runs out, barking and acting like it senses something strange. After he goes back inside and shuts the door, he starts to walk away, and then the banging noise begins again out of nowhere. It seems like his house might be haunted or something mysterious is happening. This brief video is part of an investigation conducted by urban explorer Tayanga and a friend. They were exploring a supposedly haunted and currently abandoned hospital. Numerous reports have mentioned sightings of former patients wandering the empty hallways. The decision to further explore this particular hallway was prompted by the sighting of a headless person, which they managed to capture on camera for just a few seconds. It appears to be a regular, possibly younger person, but their head is entirely missing. Despite thorough scouting of the floor, the two men found no trace of anyone else present. So, in your opinion, what was happening here that night? The next video comes from South Korea, posted by a user named Tuxedo Brother. Tuxedo claims to be a paranormal psychic and often visits allegedly haunted locations on his channel to communicate with spirits. In this particular video, Tuxedo is exploring an old house that has been abandoned for many years. The house is in a state of disrepair and is pitch black, creating a decidedly eerie atmosphere. According to reports, there has been significant paranormal activity in the house in the past, so Tuxedo hopes to communicate with any spirits present. While he doesn't receive any direct responses from the house's inhabitants, he does capture something intriguing. In a hallway, he suddenly spots movement in the doorway to the right. Upon zooming in, a large, claw-like hand is seen reaching out from the dark room. The cameraman also notices this and cautiously investigates the room. But the room is completely empty, with no hiding places for anyone to conceal themselves. This suggests that it could be a paranormal capture, doesn't it? Or do you think there's another explanation? It's quite unsettling. This video, shared by Fourth Wall, showcases a man documenting unsettling paranormal activity in his late grandmother's house. According to him, the entire family believed that there was an evil spirit attached to a drawer in the house, and they experienced various strange occurrences whenever they visited. Now, the grandson is documenting the continued eerie phenomena in this abandoned home. They speculate that this could potentially be the spirit of his grandmother, manifesting by sitting at her dining table on the floor. Is this plausible? A user named Men at the Gathering captured a very intriguing recording while at a friend's apartment. The group, perhaps unwisely, decided to use a Ouija board. Shortly after their session, they recorded the following events. None of the friends had any idea who or what this entity was, considering they were all gathered in the living room at the time. This led them to believe that it could have been a spirit or a demon of some sort. Perhaps inadvertently, they may have opened the door and invited this entity in. It wouldn't be the first time something like that has happened, right? Iron City Paranormal recorded a video during their investigation at the reportedly haunted North Country Brewing Pub in Slippery Rock, Pennsylvania. They placed trail cameras around the pub, which are programmed to record for 11 seconds upon detecting any movement. According to the person who uploaded the video, in this brief clip, there appears to be something opening a door in the background. The team is sure that none of their members were the ones who opened the door. It seems there might even be a head visible in the footage. It's hard to come up with a logical explanation for this occurrence. It's quite the mystery. Sue LCR94 posted a particularly eerie video that seems to show a creepy figure lurking behind her husband as he held their baby. This unsettling moment was caught on their baby monitor. After Sue noticed what was recorded, she felt compelled to share it with her followers.
So my husband's rocking the baby to sleep, and does anyone see this creepy figure on the floor behind them? What is that? It looks like there's like legs and arms and a head. What?
Examining the sighting more closely, the initial thought might be that it's simply a smudge on the lens. However, is that the full story? Some of Sue's viewers suggested it might actually be the spirit of a dog, which is a possibility if we're considering paranormal explanations. What do you make of the apparition? Do you think something paranormal happened, or could there be a different explanation for what was seen? A user named Paindees has been going through some really scary stuff in his house, and he's been posting videos to show the creepy things that keep happening. The following video is no exception.
Tiene que ser una broma otra vez. ¿Qué pedo? Se fundió el foco.
The following recordings were captured when Paindees starts hearing noises outside of his room late at night. But his dog seemed to sense something that the camera couldn't capture. As the night progressed, Payne became increasingly convinced that the strange noises were coming from the lower floor. So he left his dog in his room and began investigating the lower area.
Porque ya me está dando mucho miedo, la neta. Seas mamón, son unas manos. Parecen como de niño pequeño. Hola. Hola. Hola.
In a terrifying encounter, a pair of menacing hands appeared behind the glass, attempting to make contact. As he reached out, a horrifying face was unveiled. This frightening experience prompted him to flee to seek refuge in his room, and it would be weeks before he could summon the courage to resume recording. The following night, he attempted to record a brief tour of the first floor once more.
Dice que lo que sea que se anda apareciendo aquí pues alimenta como de oscuridad o no sé, ¿no? De hecho eso fue lo que ustedes pusieron, no yo. Es por eso, ¿no? Pero bueno, al final del día como yo les digo, ¿no? Si no lo quieren creer, está chido, ¿no? No tengo ninguna bronca. Se escuchaban, les digo, voces, pero... ¿Hola? ¿Quién sabe qué pedo que era eso? Bueno, algo había ahí parado. ¿Qué era? Quién sabe, pero algo había ahí parado. O hay algo ahí parado. Si se fijan, la sombra que está aquí abajito del apagador parece como una persona con un cuerno. Esta sombra que estoy aquí grabando abajo del apagador es el diablo. Ay, Dios mío santo. Ay, Dios mío santo. Ay. Maldita luz. No, chido, aquí se va a poner la luz, banda. Ay, qué pedo. ¿Qué pedo? ¿Por qué se paró? ¿Hola? Luz loca. Nadie está allá. Ya mejor me voy a subir, banda, porque no sé qué pedo. Cosas de... ¡Ay, se puta madre! Pinche foco loco. Aquí había algo parado, no sé si lo vieron todos.
These types of manifestations are often considered the most dangerous, as they are unpredictable and appear to have no boundaries. Perhaps in the coming days, there will be new updates on the case, but whatever is lingering in his home appears to be toying with pain. In this video by The Haunted Side, the team embarks on an investigation of the Schütz house, located in the Sutro Tunnel ghost town in Nevada. As they arrive at the Sutro Tunnel property, they are greeted by the eerie atmosphere surrounding the old child's house. The place is steeped in creepy stories and tales of strange occurrences within its walls. Although little is known about the history of the house, it's rumored that most of these encounters involve childlike spirits. Almost immediately after entering the home, the group claims to have heard children's giggles emanating from empty parts of the house.
Do you want me to go upstairs? Oh, I heard something. It sounded like a... I think think that was a spirit box, but it scared the hell out of me. Here, I'm gonna grab this REM pod.
Take a look at this potential sighting of a shadow figure that seems to have gone unnoticed by the crew. Is it possible that this is a curious child spirit peeking down at all the new people and cameras?
You know what it feels like right now? Oh my God. It seriously feels like I'm playing hide and go seek right now. Yup. Is that what we're doing? Okay, that's like, I'm not even kidding. Do you want me to come and try and find you? Oh. Did you hear that? Sound like it was right next to me. Here. What was that?
It's observed walking through the hallway from right to left, and notice how the lights in the back of the room disappear behind the shadow. However, does it seem slightly tall to be a child? Perhaps there are also some adult spirits lurking in these halls. What are your thoughts? In this video, the ghost hunters visit the old rectory school, constructed next to a church in the early 1800s. The school, abandoned for some time, is believed by many to be haunted by shadowy figures. Ghost Paranormal Investigations begins their ghost hunt by rotating and asking various questions. However, when it's Mark's turn, something unexpected occurs.
What was that noise?
It might have been me moving.
No. Let me check the static cam.
We've been having all sorts of weird issues today. Now, it may be down to the cold, because it's extremely cold here. It's probably -2 or 3, but camera problems. What's in there?
Phil, wait, Phil, wait. Now, either someone's wandered in, or there's someone wearing a black cloak.
That's what we saw in there.
Standing just round there.
Like an old you know the cloaks the old teachers used to wear? That's what we saw by that classroom in there.
Did you have a camera? I'm shaking.
Maybe, you might have. Who is it? Jeff might have just seen. Are you one of the old teachers or the headmaster?
Sorry.
I can hear talking in there. I can hear talking in there. Please tell me your name. Don't be scared. We're not here to cause any harm. We're just interested and want to contact you.
As the investigation progresses, Jeff hears an unsettling sound resembling their static camera powering down. Curious, he goes to investigate and is met with a chilling sight. For a brief moment, the camera captures a shadowy figure cloaked in what appears to be a cape, reminiscent of the attire worn by teachers at the school in the late 1800s. Throughout their paranormal investigation at this haunted building, mysterious voices and inexplicable noises accompany them at every turn. However, it's not until they review the footage back home that the true extent of their paranormal encounter becomes heart-stoppingly clear. Captured on camera as the ghost hunters exit, a shadowy figure looms in a doorway, seemingly observing them from the depths of the shadows in the abandoned school. Viewers of Ghost Paranormal Investigations were riveted during their ghost hunt at the old rectory school. The prevailing theory suggests that these ominous figures are the spirits of former teachers still bound to the building. Many viewers, like Mrs. Lynn B., assert that the investigators are genuine, with no deception involved. However, as always, interpretation is subjective. Could Ghost Tech Paranormal Investigations truly have captured the spectral presence of a former teacher still haunting the school's corridors? Share your thoughts below. This video, uploaded by user Bunny Toes, depicts a perplexing scenario. In her statement, she mentions that a couple of years ago, she gave her old iPhone SE to her grandkids, who enjoyed taking numerous pictures and videos with it. While going through the phone on Christmas Eve in 2018 to clear space, she stumbled upon this particular video. The content of the video deeply unsettled her at the time, and even after 2 years, it continues to haunt her thoughts on an almost daily basis.
Let's change your butt. You smell like you poopy.
Without additional context or analysis, it's challenging to provide a definitive explanation. However, considering Bunny Toe's description and the unsettling atmosphere of the video, it's conceivable that they captured something paranormal. Whether it's the spirit of their grandma or another entity, such as a shadow person from another realm, remains uncertain. A woman reported being tormented by strange sounds and an unsettling presence in her room at night. Fed up with the disturbances, she decided to install a camera to uncover the source. What the camera captured was disturbing. A small being with a human head appeared to repeatedly attempt to jump on her bed. Some speculate this could be a case of a sleep paralysis demon. The woman described hearing odd noises at night and feeling watched, prompting her to take action. Strangely, when the entity seemed to jump on her bed, the woman claimed not to have heard anything, leading to beliefs that it could be a ghost or a form of sleep paralysis demon. Sleep paralysis is a phenomenon affecting many people, causing temporary paralysis during the transition from sleep to wakefulness. This state is often accompanied by vivid hallucinations and a sense of impending doom. In various cultures, such entities may be considered malevolent, haunting individuals during vulnerable moments of sleep. Danny Ramirez captured and shared the video after parking at a truck stop on Highway 97 one night. The rest stop is adjacent to a large forest area, where legends often mention the mysterious Bigfoot creature, occasionally heard or glimpsed moving through the bushes and trees. Just before starting the recording, Danny noticed loud noises, and what followed was captured in the video.
Started to hear stuff out here. I'm over here on 97 on the rest stop, and I don't know. What the heck is that? I don't want to stick my arm out the window.
Some viewers suggested that the sounds might have been caused by a wolf or a bear. However, Danny finds it unlikely that it was just an ordinary animal. It's difficult to determine what truly caused the noises that night, and it does add a spooky element to the situation, doesn't it? This incident was captured by a worker during a late-night shift while he was moving heavy machinery to a new construction site. He was alone at the time and didn't notice anything unusual. However, according to his account, he heard a strange scream coming from the nearby fields, prompting him to review the recording after his shift ended. What he saw was quite remarkable. Some of his colleagues speculate that he may have recorded the apparition of a floating torso or perhaps another type of creature. He was deeply puzzled and couldn't explain what was observed, particularly because it only appears briefly before disappearing. Extremely strange. What do you think might have been captured in the footage? It's quite unsettling. In a dense forest, an unsuspecting person comes across a peculiar ritual underway. On top of a small hill, a figure stands cloaked in a robe, their face obscured by a hood. They raise a staff towards the moon. Pagan rituals often involve respect for nature, devotion to deities, and observance of seasonal changes. It might be a mage harnessing energy and performing rituals to connect with mystical forces, or an invocation of a supernatural entity like a malevolent spirit or an extraterrestrial being dwelling in the forest. While driving, a group of young people passed under a bridge and spotted something odd hidden behind a pillar. While most would find this sight chilling, it sparked excitement in these youngsters. One of them grabbed the camera and led the way, eager to investigate the mysterious sighting up close. As they approached, they felt uneasy. A peculiar, alien-like being was hidden behind a massive cement pillar, its appearance defying understanding. Its features seemed extraterrestrial, yet it didn't match any known alien type. As they tried to get closer, it emitted a sharp, unsettling cry, breaking the silence. Do you think it's really an alien or something similar captured on camera? This video originates from the YouTube channel Franco TV, known for its content featuring ghost hunting and visits to haunted locations. In this particular episode, Franco visits the Weeping Angel Cemetery to carry out his paranormal investigation.
The same thing, and you could actually hear a response back. What the f was that? What the f was that? Whew. Just got a cold breeze too. Alright. This is one of the areas that I think is the most creepiest. What the hell is that? What the hell is that? It's moving. Holy crap.
During his investigation, Franco heard unexplained noises in the vicinity, adding an eerie atmosphere to the scene. However, the truly unsettling moment occurred when he captured a chilling apparition on camera, a ghostly figure peering from a corner before vanishing in an instant. This disappearing act alone would frighten anyone, but the horror continued. Moving to another section of the cemetery, which he deemed the most haunted, Franco spotted a figure in the distance, moving in an odd manner. Unfortunately, due to the darkness, the apparition's features remained unclear. Was this the same entity from earlier, or was someone playing tricks? Did Franco truly capture a ghost on camera, or was it a staged prank to unsettle viewers? Recently in Chile, a troubling video posted on TikTok by Christian GB has garnered attention. The clip depicts what is claimed to be a statue erected in honor of a beloved worker who passed away some time ago. However, for many viewers, it represents something more than just a sculpture. Whenever the light shines on the statue, the alarm triggers. According to the official explanation, the owner had a wax statue made in memory of their dear friend, the worker who had spent many years at the establishment. However, as the recording suggests, the statue appears remarkably lifelike, resembling a person asleep. Additionally, the person recording believes it might actually be the preserved body of the woman, giving rise to chilling tales of witnessing her gestures and even movement. Undoubtedly, it's a deeply unsettling case. What are your thoughts? Do you think it could be real? Share your comments below. The video was shared by a TikTok user named Lauren Rose 867. In this particular clip, Lauren aimed to record her cat's unusual behavior, but instead, she inadvertently captured something rather unsettling.
That's scary. What are you looking at? Oh my god.
A lot of you guys have been asking me about the history of the house where I caught that ghost footage, so I figured I'd do a part 2 and tell you a little bit about it because it just adds a whole new layer of creepy as shit to what I saw. So the house was originally built in the 80s and had only changed hands one other time besides the time that the original family lived there. Okay, so the original family designed a panic room and a bunker in the basement, along with what we think are unfinished escape tunnels in the basement and in the garage. We were told that the tunnel in the garage hadn't been explored in a couple decades, and so we were super excited to be the ones to explore this. Except for when we opened up the tunnel and started exploring, we discovered that the original owners of the house had left a backpack, a shovel, and a hammer in there. Normally something like this would be creepy until we discovered that the original owner of the house went insane and murdered his wife with a hammer. I should also mention that the bunker and the panic room are both soundproof.
As Lauren's cat sat motionless on the couch, fixated on an unseen presence, a dark figure swiftly emerged, moving unsettlingly from right to left across the room. Surprisingly, despite the ominous presence, Lauren's cat remained calm, showing no signs of fear. Perplexed by this inexplicable occurrence, Lauren found herself speechless. The video is posted by a Reddit user known as KBabyGirl. In the footage, we see a photograph featuring a girl sleeping peacefully on a bed, appearing entirely ordinary at first glance. However, the unsettling part arises when you look under the bed. Underneath the girl's bed, there's a disturbing sight, a pale figure lying there, facing upwards, appearing quite eerie. The question arises, is this a genuine photograph capturing a real ghost, or is it merely someone playing tricks on the viewers? With all the recent talks about alien life and UFOs, there's this intriguing video captured during a massive lightning storm in Arizona this year.
Oh, look right there. Look. Look at the way it looks. Look. Do y'all see that?
I told you.
That's
that,
a
that's what I
UFO,
saw.
bro.
Right.
What is that?
That's a fucking UFO.
Oh, shit.
You see it?
Yeah, it looks like a... Oh.
What is that?
What the...
Recorded by Arizona locals during a fierce lightning storm, the footage reveals something unusual when zoomed in. Illuminated by the sporadic lightning flashes, a mysterious floating object becomes visible. But what exactly is it? The debate over this video is quick and intense. Many argue it's an alien spacecraft, a UFO caught on camera. However, others suggest it might be a natural occurrence, a lenticular cloud. Lenticular clouds, unfamiliar to some, have a lens-like shape and form on the lee side of mountains or other barriers disrupting airflow. Under specific conditions, moist air flowing along the Earth's surface encounters these obstacles, rising, cooling, and condensing into these distinctive formations. Their unique appearance often leads to confusion with UFO sightings, but the lingering question remains. Is this merely a fascinating atmospheric phenomenon, or something beyond our comprehension? Share your thoughts. The video features a man named Jacob, who recently inherited his grandmother's house. Initially uncertain about keeping the house due to its poor condition and the extensive repairs needed, an incident one night appears to have helped him make his decision. Woken in the middle of the night by a noise in his bedroom, Jacob managed to capture something startling.
I just heard knocking from the closet.
Jacob hears knocking from his closet, but when he checks, he finds nothing. Shortly after, a loud bang comes from another part of the room, deeply scaring him. However, there's something else Jacob only noticed upon reviewing the footage. Initially, a clown doll on the drawer seems to be looking at the bed, but later, it appears to have turned to face the door. After witnessing this, Jacob moved the doll to the living room, convinced it came to life that night, and is relieved to have captured this on video. This eerie event has not only solved his dilemma about keeping the house, but also left him extremely frightened. The video was posted on the YouTube channel Paranormal Planet, where the team explores a reputedly haunted house in Savannah, Georgia. Take a look at what they captured. In the video, a doll is shown sitting on a chair and then gradually turns its head to look at the camera. This is likely to send shivers down your spine. However, do you believe it's genuine? The video was uploaded in 2012 by the YouTube channel Resonance Paranormal, where they visited Waverly Hills Sanatorium, considered to be among the most haunted locations globally.
Sometimes I can walk through this place and it's like a big old empty building, and then it's like someone flips a switch all of a sudden, and it's a big old creepy building.
Question.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you ever been frightened?
I got frightened about 3 months ago when I was doing a sweep.
At the start of their investigation, the team was together in the location when unexpectedly, one of the photos captured a very dark, mysterious figure lurking behind one of the investigators. It appeared as if the shadowy figure was peeking at and observing the paranormal investigator. Seeing something like this was quite alarming, but it raises the question, was it an actual ghost, or could it have been a fabricated hoax? Hold on to our final clip, which is the most scariest and most creepiest one, and if you like what you saw, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our creepiest videos. A video captured a significant police presence at Bayside Marketplace in Miami on New Year's Day, leading to widespread speculation about the cause of such an event. The official statement from the police was that they were responding to a large brawl involving around 50 teenagers, which led to several arrests. However, alternative theories emerged on social media in the days following, with some eyewitnesses claiming that the real reason for the heavy police activity was an alien visitation at the mall. Despite the Miami Police Department dismissing these claims and denying any alien involvement, certain witnesses insisted they saw a tall, 8 to 10 foot alien walking through the area. Other users on X suggested that the supposed alien sighting could actually be just 2 or 3 people walking closely together, a plausible explanation. However, many still find it odd that a large number of police vehicles would respond to what was reported as a simple teenage fight. A witness at the scene shared their thoughts on the matter.
We look back and we noticed some weird shapes taller than me. I'm 6'2", shadowy, dark, solid shapes, not human. I promise you, these is not human. I mean, it made the hair stand up on my skin. And just booked it for the doors after that, man. I can't explain what that was. I can't say that was aliens, but I can say that was not human. It was not human. And they, online, I don't know if they're trying to cover this stuff up, but they saying that it was police officers and somebody, not shadowy figures. It's 2024, man. It's something going on. There's something going on, and they trying to cover it up.
It seems we're left to determine whether these events point to something beyond our world, or if they were indeed just the result of a disruptive group of teenagers. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay updated with our latest videos.